Let's talk about the book It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I've read a lot of stories, but this one hit differently. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, and it's deeply, painfully honest. There's one scene in particular that stood out to me, not because it was dramatic, but because of how quiet and powerful it was. It's the moment Lily decides to leave Ryle. Not in rage, not in fear, but with resolve. By the time this scene happens, we already know how complicated their love is. Ryle isn't a one-dimensional villain. He's intelligent, driven, affectionate, but also deeply flawed. He lashes out, hurts Lily, not just physically, but emotionally, and each time he apologizes. He promises it won't happen again. And Lily, like so many people in real life, wants to believe him. She loves him. She wants her future with him to work. But love doesn't erase trauma, and it definitely doesn't erase harm. In this scene, after he hurts her again, Lily is left on the floor, bruised, scared, pregnant. And in that moment, she sees not just herself, but her future child. She remembers being the little girl who watched her mother suffer in silence, who made excuses for her father's violence. And Lily realizes she's at a crossroads. If she stays, her child might one day ask the same question she once did. Why did you let him hurt you? That realization, it's shattering. And yet, it's empowering. This is where the title of the book really comes to life. It ends with us. Lily isn't just leaving for herself. She's breaking a cycle, a generational pattern that far too many women find themselves stuck in. And the strength it takes to do that, to walk away from someone you still love, is enormous. What I appreciated most in this moment was that it wasn't loud or cinematic. It wasn't a dramatic escape. It was quiet, heavy, honest. She makes the choice because it's right, not because it's easy. And I think that's something many people overlook when they talk about strength. Strength doesn't always look like a fight. Sometimes it looks like walking away with dignity, even when your heart is still breaking. I also found myself thinking about how abuse is often misunderstood. People expect it to be obvious. Black eyes, smashed plates, raised voices. But abuse can come with apologies, roses, and soft words. It can come from someone who also holds you tenderly, and that's what makes it confusing and terrifying. Hoover doesn't glamorize it. She puts it under a microscope. She makes you sit with the discomfort. And from a storytelling perspective, this scene is genius. Because it doesn't villainize Ryle in a cartoonish way. It makes us uncomfortable with how human he is. We want to believe he can change. We want to believe he's more than his worst moments. But Lily teaches us something vital here. Believing in someone's potential is not worth sacrificing your own safety and peace. That's something I wish more people understood. You can love someone deeply and still need to leave. You can have empathy for someone and still protect yourself. That isn't weakness, that's wisdom. So when Lily makes that decision, she doesn't just reclaim her life. She becomes an example for anyone who's ever questioned whether they deserve better. And let me say it clearly, you do. No matter how much you love them, no matter how good the good times are, if someone makes you feel unsafe or small or scared, it's okay to walk away. Reading this scene changed the way I see strength. It made me reflect on the women I know, the stories I've heard, and the silence so many people sit in. If this book does anything, it reminds us that silence doesn't protect us. Truth does. It's nice sharing my insights and thoughts on this part of the story. I know this book means different things to different people, but for me, this scene was the soul of it. If it resonated with you, or if you have a different take, I'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're curious, I'll be talking more about Atlas and what his return represents in Lily's journey next, because that too is a powerful piece of this story.